What is up, and welcome back to another episode of So There's That. I'm your hostess, doing the mostest, Kevon She, and we are here with Found Season 2, Episode 11, Missing While Misunderstood. Okay, first of all, to my people who are watching, I don't know what it is in this new year, but I just feel like whenever I review and recap Found, I need to look like I work at M&A. Like, so what do we think? What do we think? Okay, I just want to match Gabby's energy. Like, I got this turtleneck. It's crop top though, but I got this turtleneck on, long sleeves. Like, we look like I'm about to go save the day and beat somebody's ass. Like, I feel real assassin like, but like I feel like Dhan. Like, I would be Dhan if I worked at M&A, but like probably a little bit more deadlier than Dhan, because he seemed like he want to turn his life around, and God's still working on me. Anyways, here we are, season 2, episode 11. Okay, some things happened last episode, guys. Some things have happened. And one of the best things that happened is Trent and Ethan both took half slices of humble pie. And I love that for them. Also, shout out to everybody who's been joining me on the Ethan hate tribe. I spotted it. I clocked it. I could not stand that man since season 2, episode 1. Every time he came up on the screen. And I'm so excited to see everybody last week talking about how Ethan was getting on their nerves. Why is he here? All sorts of other stuff. Divorce, divorce, divorce. Okay. Yes. Cool. Now, the writer of this episode is also the creator, Nkechi Okoro Carroll. The director is David McWhirter, and the cinematographer is Anthony Hardwick. Again, looking at my notes, the main things about these, like, as we continue to go through, depending on like what the case is, and I'm gonna talk a little bit about the case today, but we are here, like, we are circling this whole Sir situation, and like, we need to talk about it. I need to get into it. Okay, so we're at Gabby's house, and everybody stayed up all night, okay, into the day. They're like, Trent's gonna come here and arrest me in the morning. You know what? Let's just spend some time. Well, the morning comes and Trent is not there. So Gabby's like, okay, well, I'm gonna just take this time to, you know, do what I need to do and settle my thoughts, settle my mind. So she goes into one of the rooms in her house, and turns out she has a wall for the cases and the people that she wasn't able to find. And though there's not a lot of them on there, she has them. Margaret comes in because she didn't know that this was a room that Gabby kept, and Gabby tells her, you know, I want to continue to remind myself, like, these are the people that we couldn't save. Some of them are like lost, and some of them have not been found alive. And so Margaret says, you know, she often thinks about Jamie, like, if something happens to her, would anybody ever remember him? And so she kind of likes that Gabby has a wall where it's like they're never going to be forgotten. And even like in M&A, where it has found over all of the pictures, it's still categorized as who they are in this room. And I just thought that was really sweet, and it really speaks to Gabby and some of that softness that I've been hinting at. Like, we're seeing some of these walls just kind of like fall down around her, and watching her just lean a little bit more into the people that love her, that's in her life. Well, Gabby is like shooting Trent a text like, hello, you were supposed to arrest me, where you at? And I'm just kind of like, girl, don't tell him to come get you. We got stuff to do, okay? So she's heading over at M&A, and, you know, she's looking at the wall of the people there too, just, you know, saying her goodbyes while she's trying to figure out where the hell Trent at, when two fathers come in. One is a bio dad, one is a foster dad, for their missing son. So I do want to talk about this case just right here at this moment. So I love how so much care and information on how to handle neurodivergent victims was put into this episode. It didn't feel like they were just reading a textbook off to us. You had two fathers who took every provision to want to make life a little bit easier to navigate for their son, and just constantly mentioning, you know, even mentioning like the way police handles mentally ill people and neuro people whenever they come across them, especially up in this country. We have seen it on the news. It has not ended well. You have mental patients or neuro patients who aren't being approached with the training that the police are supposed to have by diffusing situations and using minimum force, and people are ending up dead because they don't know what they're doing, or the whole, oh, I was scared for my life type of situation. So I just love that throughout the course of this episode, from start to finish on what that is, they're talking about, you know, you may want to help, but don't go over there and hug them. Don't be screaming at them. Don't try to hold their hand. Keep your distance, but communicate with them and let them know that they're safe, or that you're trying to help them, and do all these other things so that they don't get startled and reactive. And now your actions, while maybe good intentions, is causing a violent reaction, especially if you don't know the level of their neurodivergency, or the level of their autism, or the level of whatever mental incapacity that is happening right now. So I just love this episode. This episode in this case actually had me tearing up. Like, that's how much I loved it. So shout out to the writers, the Found Writers Room. Shout out to Nkechi, Okoro, Carroll. Beautiful story of what it looks like for co-parenting with the foster family and the biological family once the kid is placed back in the home. Getting through your differences and realizing that the kid still needs a village. Like, it's not a competition. They don't have to choose. Resonated with me. But back to the mess. Okay. As Gabi and Dhan are headed out and everybody got their little assignments for the case, Shaker finally shook her ass up on the screen and showed up. So Dhan is getting ready to, like, I don't know what he was about to do. It seemed like he was about to take off with Gabi. Like, sir, where are you going? And Gabi stops him. She's like, Dhan, it's fine. Whatever's going to happen, like, just continue with the case. Like, it is what it is. We've been preparing for this. And Shaker's like, I'm not here for you. There was a shooting last night, and it looks like Christian was involved, his prints and a gun, and it was definitely Trent's gun. He's at the hospital. And Gabi's like, and Shaker's like, no, Trent's not shot. It was somebody else, but, you know, I'm coming here to get you, to protect you, like, because some shit is going down, girl. So we get to the hospital and we see that Heather is the one who was shot. So Trent is in the room, and Gabi ends up going in there, and she pulls him out of the hospital room, and so petty. Oh, is it the one that left the not so subtle gift at your house? And Trent's like, and I'm not even gonna lie, I roll my eyes a little bit too. I'm like, Gabi, the fact that you even said that with a straight face as if you're not bothered, but you mentioned it, which shows that you're clearly bothered. Emotional roller coaster, loving you ain't nothing healthy. Loving you was never good for me. But I can't get off this emotional roller coaster. Loving you ain't nothing healthy. Please stop. Get us off. I don't want to be on it anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to be the reason why. Y'all are on my nerves. But I love that, because take your shot, girl, because he tried to tell you, don't even start. And she was like, I'm not gonna say nothing, but she said something today. Okay, get your lick back, girl. But, like, also stop, please. Anyways, so they think Christian, so they're saying, like, Christian shot her, right? And Gabi's like, this don't even seem like Christian's MO. Like, I know I ain't know him that long, but I know him longer than y'all have. And in this, the way that Heather is, like, kind of framing the way that she's saying it is just really feeling like Heather is the sister, y'all. Like, I just don't get good vibes from her whatsoever. She hasn't even been dating Trent for that long, but the way that they're acting and the way that she's kind of, like, infiltrated into this guy who is still hung up and heartbroken, it just feels like you're doing too much too early. But maybe that's just me, okay? So Shaker and Trent are getting more information from Heather's official statement, and she literally says Christian pulled up on the side of the Jeep and shot into her car. And so Shaker looks at Trent and she was like, in front of this girl, y'all. Shaker, please. So Shaker says, I like her. Try not to mess this up this time. So Heather is like feeling all good because she got, you know, the partner's approval or whatever. And Trent is showing all of his teeth and his molars and his wisdom teeth that got pulled out when he was 18. And they leaning in the hospital bed and they sharing a kiss or whatever. But Heather is still really insistent on like, I'm ready to get this Sir and Christian stuff over with and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, why are we mentioning... her mentioning Sir in this moment gave me pause. Like, yeah, okay, but he's not the one who did anything to you, so why would that be your target? You are otherwise a new person in this whole cycle of whatever the fuck is going on. So I don't know, it felt weird. It felt weird. I got weird vibes. I get weird vibes. All right, so Margaret, Lacy, and Gabby are together when Margaret is with the gossip. Okay, Margaret Vision is on. She was like, so Gabs, did you know Trent was seeing somebody else? And Gabby really don't even want to get involved in it, and Lacey's definitely don't want to get involved with it. Lacey's like, I don't give a fuck about what Trent is doing. I should have killed Sir when I had the chance. And Gabby is like, look, everybody thinks that they can pull the trigger when that time comes. And if you even have to, it alters you forever. And I don't want you to change. I want you to still be Bella, that good person, that light and that fighter, but not be this person that Sir is trying to make you to be. Which we end up going into a flashback. So y'all already know last episode, Bella found that passport and Sir got it, right? And so much like in the last episode where Sir is trying to get Gabby and leave town tonight, like in the current times, in the flashback, Sir came out that closet, packed, ready to go. He's going over to the bed. He's getting ready to snatch Gabby clean up on out this house. He pulls them covers back and baby, it ain't nothing but a bunch of pillows. And guess who was standing behind him? Gina with the shotgun. Gina with the shotgun. She said, try me, bitch. She didn't call him a bitch, but I wrote that in my notes. Because, you got the game fucked up. So Gina is there. She's like, yeah, I Googled you. I looked at the information on you. Your daddy didn't want your mama or you because you ain't nothing. Your mama didn't even want you before she even pushed you out of the womb. She literally favored your other siblings over you because you are nothing. You are pathetic. You are scum. And you're literally over here trying to steal a little girl to fill the fucking void up in your heart. You pathetic, nasty, tiny little man. Okay? And I'm like, let's go. Get him, girl. And Sir's like, okay, girl, you got me. Pull the trigger then, ho. Pull it. He even walked up and put his chest against the barrel of that shotgun, and he's so bored and so exasperated. And he ends up snatching the gun from her. He was like, look, I ain't gonna hold you. You are a great mom. Just like, what? He dead ass was like, you are a great mom. And you've been taking care of Gabby so well, okay? But you and that broken little thing are in my fucking way, and I got stuff to do. So right when he's getting ready to like go figure out wherever the hell Gabby is, Gina hits the panic button and he flees. So Gabby and Lacy come in and they're like, oh my God, what's going on? And Gina's just like, oh, I accidentally hit the panic button while I was in here trying to get some stuff for our sleepover. Like, everything is cool. Like, let's go back. We're doing a sleepover. So now we see that what this tells me is all them times Bella kept telling her mama that Sir was there, and we saw her trying to quell her fears and just make her feel better and just let her know, like, no, the monster is not here anymore. You are safe. Gina was preparing. And when she got that note from Bella that said Gabby was in danger, and she was telling her like, oh, you know, you're just gonna miss her when she goes to school. Hell no. Gina was preparing. Yo, I really need to know more about Gina so bad, yo, so bad, because now it's like she was taking all of this seriously, and she don't play no games. And now at that point, certainly she don't play no games. But him calling Bella broken and getting in the way, Sir has always, even though he kidnapped Bella for Gabby, he realized that he brought the object of his disdain to Gabby, and now we're still seeing the depths of how much he blames Bella for Gabby not coming back to him. It is so deranged, y'all. It is so deranged. And I love Sir's, you know, twisted little mind. All right, in current times, right, Christian has officially been upgraded from person of interest to a suspect, right? And now in the news, we're not really hearing Hugh Evans anymore. We're hearing Christian Evans, okay? And at the press conference, after Gabby's done with the press conference for the case, she ends up getting an alert on her phone, and there's an intruder in her house. So when they hurry up and get to her house, there's a note from Christian, and it says, Gabby, look, I did not do this. They are framing it to be these things. Trust me, believe me, like, it wasn't me. And she saw me on the counter, it wasn't me. And then I shot her in the shoulder, it wasn't me. So Gabby's like, something ain't right. Something ain't right, because why would he risk this? Okay, and she already said in the hospital, this don't feel like him. So she's like, okay, I need to go back and talk to your little girlfriend and figure out what the hell is going on. So she goes back to Heather, and the first thing out of Heather's mouth, so Gabby didn't even say nothing. The first thing out of Heather's mouth, God, you're gorgeous. Heather, I don't know what Trent got going on, but you're really not hiding the fact that you could be working with Sir. Like, you're not hiding anything. Like, all of your ulterior motives are like right here on the surface. So she's like, well, I don't really have anything else to add. You know, he said that he was doing this for his brother, and then he shot me. Like, so he was just in the car and was like, for her, for Sir. Like, girl, be fucking for real. She is lying, yo. She is lying. So Gabby's like, listen, okay, you ain't giving me nothing. Obviously, you're still withholding. Cool, I gotta go. I got shit to do. There's a missing kid out here. And she goes, Heather goes, you're the one, aren't you? And Gabby's like, come on. And she says, you're the one who broke his heart. I can see that you still care for him. Don't worry, I'll be sure to take care of him. This whole thing made me think about that text message that Sir received last episode. Baby, it's you. You're jealous. Trent wants Gabby. Sir wants Gabby, and nobody wants you, boo. Because what was the purpose of this interaction? To what? Flop your labia on the table and try to say who's the big woman in town? I'm so confused. I'm so confused. What this got to do with the case, girl? Don't nobody care at all. Gabby is here to do a job, okay? If you got issues with Trent still lingering, talk to Trent. Don't talk to Gabby. And honestly, like, everybody just got Gabby fucked up. And so we're finally getting to the point where Ethan is, you know, eating crow. Trent eating crow. Margaret, the only one that apologized to her. M&A is, you know, doing good and everybody back together. And here goes somebody else trying to bitch. Here we go. Where's Monique when you need her? Okay? Because we need it. Push her bitch again. Anyways, we go back to a flashback. And Gabby and Bella are going through a book, and they're just calling out different names, when Gabby looks at Bella and says, how about Lacy? So turns out Gabby gave Bella her new name because the family is moving so that Bella can just start a new life. And just after this whole confrontation with Sir just being confirmed by Gina and everything like that, they're not going to be able to move forward if Sir still has continued access. So when Gabby goes up to school, Gina, Bella, and her dad, they're going to be moving to another location. And Gabi goes to Gina and she's like, I can't even thank you enough for everything that you've done to me, done for me. And then she goes to Lacy and she's like, do not worry, there's nowhere in this world that I will never be able to find you. I love you, like that'll never change. And then they hug, and then Lacy speaks for the first time and says, thank you, Gabi. And the screams, Gabi was screaming, Gina was screaming, I was screaming, and they all jumping up and down, hugging on little Lacy, and she's just like smiling, just like, okay, but they're like losing their minds because this is a big deal. And so now we see where Sir took Bella's voice, Gabi gave Lacy hers. And it's, oh my God, like, again, another moment that had me tearing up. It just had me tearing up because I'm just like, yo, they're bonded so close. Now we see like why Lacy is so emotional, why she cries so much. Like Gabi is her strength and is her voice. She is her fight. She's her everything. She might need some therapy to get through this, but now we see exactly what it is. And now I don't feel so confused on her hesitance anymore. Like that literally explained everything for me. But it was a really beautiful moment. Okay. Currently, we all taking a shot for finding TJ, and the way this whole episode ended was just, it was like one of the best case scenarios that ever happened in any of the episodes that I've seen. When Lacy is stressed about where M&A is going to be, and honestly they're all like, look, we can't do this. You leaving anyway. We might as well just go back to our regular life. And Gabi looks to Margaret and she's like, what is happening right now? And Margaret's like, listen, honestly, like, I forgave you, but you going after Sir got us all of this in the first place. So like, there's nothing I can do. Like, I'm sorry, I'm out. So Gabi is standing there and she's just like stunned. Like, what the fuck just happened? Then she says, hello, Hugh. And she turns around and Sir is in the office. And he's like, I told you they will always let you down, Gabi. It's literally just me. They are no family of yours. Come to me, Gabi. I keep referencing Interview with a Vampire. I am so sorry, y'all. But he said, come to me, Gabi. Let me show you all the beautiful things you are. And then we hear and Trent's like, don't you fucking move. It was a setup, yo. Gabi turned around, she said, you think you was gonna come in here and touch my books, touch my laptop, touch my life, and I wouldn't notice? Oh, baby, you got the game fucked up. And I have been imagining and fantasizing and daydreaming about what I was going to say to you when we finally got to this point. And you know what I'm going to say? I honestly didn't write it down. I think she said go to hell. I remember all of that and not the last thing she said. But yeah, she told him to go to hell. You have a right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have a right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, one will be afforded for you. And he's taken out in cuffs, and the whole M&A team come out there. They like, wait. And so while Shaker goes out with Sir, Gabi gives one last squeeze to her people, and she's like, I told you I'm coming in after I know my family is safe. So let's go. And she walked out like a boss ass bitch. He didn't even put no handcuffs on her because he knew Dhan would have choked him if he would have put them handcuffs on. I'm not even kidding you. And they walk out or whatever. And Sir and Gabi are headed to jail. So Lacy and Dhan go over to Zeke's, and Gina is there. And, you know, Gina's like, we're going to find a way to get her out of this. And Trent is settling in with his case files and everything, getting ready to interrogate Sir. And Margaret is at the bus station just one last time. Just everybody's just working through the fallout of like, what does this mean and where do we go next? When someone comes off of the bus and taps Margaret on the shoulder. She turns around, and this young man maybe 18 to 21 says, "Hi, Mom." So there's that. Found that. Y'all are stressing me out. You are stressing me out. So much has happened. Oh my God. Okay, thoughts. Let me get my thoughts. Christian. I don't think Christian did it. I don't think Christian is the accomplice. I think Heather and Sir are setting Christian up. I think Christian deviated from the plan, and actually I think Christian likes Gabby. I think he deviated, and we can't have that. And so I really believe that they're working together to set him up. Heather, again, she the ops. Now, she may not be the sister, but she is an op, okay? Like, literally, I already felt it in my bones, but that whole interaction with Gabby when they were one-on-one and her doing whatever the hell she was doing, no, that told me everything that I needed to know. Gina, come on. First sign language, reading lips. Now this, I need more. I need more from Gina. I need more of like how she was protecting Gabby from behind the scenes, because she did all of that without Gabby even knowing. Gabby has some inkling, but she didn't know. Also, that these girls, her daughters, can have a normal life. So I'm really curious to see like what has Gina done and what has Gina sacrificed and given to make sure that Gabrielle was protected and safe. I need to see that so bad right now. As far as Gabby goes, honestly, they just don't have enough. Even with her confession, they still need evidence. Like Detective Mallory said, you need evidence, and all the evidence has been taken away. So I just don't see her being held past 48 hours, like at all. But it's also not over, okay? Margaret / Sir Jamie. Sir said it was either the end of last season, no, not the end of last season, obviously, but the beginning of the season. He was, when he found Margaret, he said, "I know what happened to your son, or I can help you find your son." So, will this act, did Sir send Jamie? Clearly Jamie looks, if this is Jamie, looks well fed, well taken care of, so he probably was just kidnapped by somebody who just wanted a family. And if Sir had a hand in bringing back Jamie or whoever this is, will that go into, I don't know, sympathy points? I just don't see Sir being in jail long. Sir's not gonna be in jail. There's gonna be something that's gonna happen, or Heather's gonna be his defense attorney. Heather's gonna be his defense. She's gonna get it. That is her brother. That is her brother. And then lastly, again, this whole Margaret Jamie situation. I don't know. Maybe because I just be watching a whole bunch of stuff where they be, you know, bringing back the wrong person. But I don't know if that's her son. I'm gonna just leave it there. I'm gonna leave it right there. What y'all think? So yeah, that's gonna end this episode. So much has happened. I'm just floored. They came back from winter and like the writers are beating our asses, y'all. Like there's no other way to say it. We are getting beat down. And I love it so much. Tell me how much you love it, okay? As always, like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave comments in the comment box below. Tell me what you think, because we got lots to talk about from this episode. So many mind-blowing things have happened. And again, go ahead and share that Spotify and the Apple Podcast link for those who like to listen on the go. And you can always find me on Instagram at So There's That Podcast, as well as Twitter at Kimanchi, and Blue Sky Social at Kimanchi. I'm getting yelled at by one of my dogs, so let me go ahead and get out of here, and I will catch y'all in the next episode.